So for example 2, we're going to go back and re-examine an example that we saw back in previous chapters. So in chapter 1, we learned about a study of 2 treatments for Crohn's disease, Inflix or Azath. 169 patients received Inflix, 78 were in remission at the end of the study, 170 patients received Azath, and 51 were in remission at the end of the study. Back in that previous, we were also given, I think, information about people that were included in both. We're not going to worry about in this case. We're just going to focus on those 2 different possibilities, one medication or the other. So let P1 represent the patients that would be in remission taking Inflix, and P2 represent the patients who would be in remission taking Azath. A 95% confidence interval for the difference is found, and it is 0.04 to 0.25. Right? Interpret the confidence interval. Which treatment is better? All right, so we're going to start by listing what we know. Again, we're told what to pick for P1. So P1 is the Inflix patients in remission. P2 are the Azath patients in remission. We're told that our confidence level is 95%. We're told that our confidence interval is 0.04 to 0.25. So what we want to know, number one is, question number 1, is 0 included in our interval? And if we look at our interval, just taking a quick glance, 0 is not included because these are both positive. Right? So if 0 is not included in our interval, then we want to say, well, are both values positive or are both values negative, and what does that mean? Right. So we'll start with just whether or not we include 0. The confidence interval does not include 0, which tells us we're confident that one treatment is significantly different from the other. Right? So since our confidence interval does not include 0, one treatment is different than the other one. The values are all positive. So again, if we go back to our little chart at the bottom of page 32, if both values are positive, this means that the proportions are different and P1 is greater than P2. Okay? So what that means for us is that P1 is greater than P2. So that is the next sentence there that's in our interpretation. The values are all positive, so the proportion is greater for population 1. P1 is greater than P2. So, which treatment is better? Right? If we look up at our list, P1 is Inflix, and P1 was greater than P2. So, we can conclude that Inflix, which was population 1, is the better treatment because P1 is greater than P2. The difference between these 2 treatments, that's the other information that we're given in our confidence interval. So Inflix is between 4% and 25% better based on the information that we're given in our problem. So when you're dealing with confidence intervals and you're looking at the difference, your first question should be, is 0 included in your interval? Are both positive or both negative? And then what does that mean as a result? And again, can we answer other questions as we did in this case? Which treatment was better based on the information that we were given?